Hey guys, welcome back.
Long time no see. We got a little busy last week, but we are back.
Yep, and we got some good stocks to talk about.
We got the prodigal son of America, Boeing.
The prodigal son of America and China, Didi Chuxing.
And lastly, I don't think we talked about this one yet, but the e-commerce giant's Amazon.
I don't think so either, but we're going to talk about where we are buying, so make sure you don't miss out on the entries.
Here's a good way to not miss out. Hit that subscribe button real quick. And while you at it, smash that like button if you find this helpful. Your support is our motivation.
Another week, another new high for the S&P and Nasdaq. Dow Jones is testing the prior high at around 34,830 and looks like it wants to break out.
The market breadth is not looking so hot, but the overall market is getting carried pretty hard by the major indices.
Yeah, and also, as the market is making new highs, the VIX rebounded from the doubled bottom on Friday and recovered as much as 4.5% from the day low.
VIX running up along with the market? This is never a good sign. I added some hedge on Friday's close, so I'm betting on a little downside next week.
I've been holding VIX, but some really tiny position, and it's red for the past week or two. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see red next week. The market has been nonstop for the past 2 weeks.
Looking at the S&P chart, if the stocks pull back, the first support is around 4,310 and likely to test 4,260 if it doesn't hold.
And same goes with the Nasdaq. First support is around 14,530, and next support below is around 14,320.
Keep your eyes on the Dow Jones pending break. Its top component company like the Goldman Sachs, Home Depot, and Microsoft are all looking very strong.
Yeah, I personally really like Microsoft. And also looking into the financial and energy sector, these two sectors should outperform others as Fed is planning on rate increase and Biden's clean energy infrastructure plan is getting carried out.
What stock do you recommend for the energy and financial sector?
Um, I think to make everyone's life easier, so they don't have to pick, individual stocks, XLF for financial and XLE for energy.
XLF is pretty high right now, but I do agree there is still a lot of room to grow.
This Monday, Boeing took a shit because FAA said their 777X is not getting certified until late 2023.
That knocked down Boeing almost 3.5% on Monday, and on Tuesday down another 1.8%.
FAA said there are multiple concerns and lack of data in a preliminary safety assessment for FAA to review.
After the gap down on Monday, Boeing looks like it will go test the support area around 231 to form a strong W bottom.
So this Friday, Boeing hit around 233.5, which is still above around 231. I think for those who are looking to open a position can be a little patient. From what we can see right now, it's not likely that it will break below 230.
Exactly, there's a gap up on May 21st with volumes, which should be a solid support.
Unless the COVID variant hit the US and Europe hard this summer again, causing the countries to lock down again.
Yeah, in which is case nobody will be able to travel, so airlines will hold on to aircraft purchase contract.
Well, fun fact, the FAA warning of not getting approval before mid 2023 for 777 was the original timeline anyway. Boeing CEO said earlier this month that the expectation for 777 approval is Q4 of 2023.
Wow, so this is not really a bad news anyway. Boeing's already expecting to get approval after what FAA has warned.
So it just sounds bad because FAA quote unquote warned that Boeing won't get the approval. But I mean, Boeing wasn't expecting the approval before mid 2023 anyway.
So, fundamentally, nothing has changed for Boeing.
Nope, I don't think so.
I think the US deep down still want to carry Boeing despite the FAA warning.
Same. In mid June, Biden met with EU's leader and ended the 17-year-old trade dispute about subsidies to each aircraft manufacturers, Boeing and Airbus.
This was the longest and the costless WTO dispute During these 17 years, each side just keep adding random tariff.
I just don't understand how EU is okay with getting fucked on everything else with the United States, but not the aircrafts.
And I'm not too sure either. But clearly Airbus is very important to EU as Boeing's to the United States.
But anyway, I think Boeing has bigger issues than that.
Ever since 2017, Boeing basically has not received orders from the Chinese airlines, which is the rapidly growing industry as it has the most population, of course.
Yep, and on the flip side, China has been ordering aircrafts from Airbus.
So Boeing's CEO has been urging the White House to help them with getting Chinese customers.
But that still doesn't help since the 737 MAX is still not approved to fly in China. So Boeing is still doing pretty bad over there.
With the geopolitical issue in China, Boeing's internal executive conflicts, it is just too complicated to determine what the reason behind the mess.
However, if you look at Boeing's share price since March, when it dipped all the way down, it has a trend of going down for about a month or so and then pull up really fast within a few days and rinse and repeat.
So if you want to swing Boeing, it's best to wait until critical support level to start buying and cash out at regional high/resistance.
I agree. I'm opening a position at 230 and 231, and my first price target is around 260.
Okay. So, a lot of attention on Didi IPO this week, the largest US IPOs over the past decade.
The stock's offering price is at $14 and it spiked as much as 28.6% on the first trading day.
The run up faded throughout the day and the stock closed at 14.14, which is up about 1% from the offering price.
Isn't that kind of interesting? I feel like, the big guys are manipulating the price to be 14.14. But to be honest, I'm quite disappointed to see a company that dominates ride hailing in China to not have a 20 plus on the IPO day.
Well, yeah, I was expecting more than 20% to be honest. Especially many big boy had already had stakes in this company long before IPO because the company is looking promising, so I wonder why the stock price took a big shit after it hit day high at $18.
You're absolutely right. Apple, Uber, Chinese tech giant Tencent, Alibaba, and some other financial institutions are all confident in Didi's self-driving and EV-related technology and believe shared vehicles will become a major mode of transportation in the future rather than individual car ownership.
They're dominating the entire Chinese market and currently operating in 15 countries. So the fundamental looks good, and I think this is a potential growth stock. How do you explain today's dump from 28% to up 1% only?
Other than the big boy taking profit, the only other reason I could think of is the tension between the US and China that have built up over the last few years.
And it could be, but what if the stock price closed at 28% higher than the offering price?
Well, then the street might paint a completely different picture, telling the investors how the company is doing very well in the pandemic recovery in China and fewer regulatory problems like Uber is facing today.
That is true. It's really up to them how they like to tell us the story, right?
So, do you think the current price is a good price to get in?
It is quite attractive to me, to be honest. As long as the big boy is still in the game, I'm not too concerned about it.
While the big boy Uber is known as a market leader in ride hailing, with a market cap of 94 billion, Didi hit 80 billion today trading at high of day. Do you think Didi's valuation is a little high?
Absolutely, but who still look at market cap nowadays to make your investment decisions?
What if I tell you I bought it at opening at $14?
Well, I think that's a steal. As long as the big boy is still in it, like I said earlier, and the market sentiment is good for this company, I think this is a hold.
Perfect. My personal sentiment is good for this company. Recently, I'm waiting to open Amazon, looking to hold for at least 1 to 2 quarters.
Oh, really? I haven't been paying much attention to Amazon. Why do you want it now? The price is really high.
I think Amazon can keep running. For the past 3 quarters, it has reported over 100% profit growth each quarter.
That's Amazing and impressive. And I saw last week in the news that Prime Day sales hit another record with over $11 billion and up about 6.1% sales year over year.
In addition to Prime Day and profit growth, I personally am bullish for cloud, and Amazon definitely checked that box for me with their AWS.
Yep, just checked. The net income for AWS is almost half of overall net income. And as the market leader, at the very least, we can expect Amazon to grow in that area consistently.
I'm counting on that. Amazon also has more than e commerce and cloud. Recently, Amazon launched Amazon Pharmacy, looking to compete with Teladoc.
And if you're a Prime member, which is I think a lot of families are, you can enjoy the Prime perks such as free delivery now with your meds.
Alright, we talk about some of the bullish fundamentals. Let's take a look at technicals and levels that we are comfortable with.
So recently, Amazon tested 3,500 level but failed to hold it and is currently consolidating.
And I see a pending cup and handle formation. Ideally, where would you enter?
For me, I like to play breakouts, so I would get in above the line on the screen, along with volume, of course.
I see. Personally, I like to be just slightly more aggressive. I've been waiting for 3,400.
You are getting close on Thursday. Amazon went down to 3,409.
Yup, sucks I didn't get it.
I do want to mention though, Amazon is pretty high at between 3,400 to 3,500. But considering it's basically monopolized online shopping in the States, along with its AWS leading positions, the company is looking to continue the trend and keep growing.
Absolutely. So currently, I do not have any plan for stop loss, but if it dips down to a small gap up around 32.20, I will add more. What do you think about this plan?
That's about 5.5% drop from the current level. I think the price can hold pretty well at around 3,350. That's the level that has been tested many times and now should be an effective support area. Like you mentioned earlier, if the stock price dipped too much, then the cup and handle formation is not going to play out. So you should reconsider having stop losses for your recent entries.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you for watching. If you find this video helpful, feel free to give us a like and subscribe for more content like this.